An administrative procedure will come to order. The clerk will call the roll.
Chair Phelan.
Here.
Vice Chair Thompson. Gerties. Guerin.
Here.
Harless. Harris. Hernandez. Longoria. McQueenie. Patterson.
Here.
Perez. Romero. Wally.
A quorum is present. As a reminder, anyone wishing to testify before the committee, please register at the kiosk located in the hallways behind the hearing rooms. If you require assistance in registering or testifying, please contact committee staff. It's Chair's intent to finish this hearing before the House convenes at 10 a.m. We do have some pending business. The Chair lays out Senate Bill 650. Members, this is Senator West bill relating to requiring the use of electronically readable information to verify purchasers' age and the retail sale of alcoholic beverages. The Chair offers up a committee substitute. Is there objection to the adoption of the committee substitute? Chair hears none. The substitute is adopted. The Chair moves that SB 650 as substituted be reported favorably to the full House with recommendation that it do pass and be printed. The clerk will call the roll.
Chair Phelan.
Aye.
Vice Chair Thompson. Gerties. Guerin. Harless. Harris. Hernandez. Longoria. McQueenie. Patterson. Perez. Romero. Wally.
There being 9 ayes, 0 nays, the motion prevails. The Chair lays out SB 1184. Members, this is Senator Creighton's bill relating to the age of wine authorized to be sold by a wine collection seller. The Chair moves that SB 1184 without amendment be reported favorably to the full House with recommendation that it do pass and be printed. The clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Dees here.
Let the record show Ms. Thompson has joined us. The clerk will call the roll.
Chair Phelan.
Aye.
Vice Chair Thompson. Gerties. Guerin. Harless. Harris. Hernandez. Longoria. McQueenie. Patterson. Perez. Romero.
There being 10 ayes, 0 nays, the motion prevails.
SB 1376. And McQueenie's here.
Let the record show Mr. McQueenie's here. The Chair lays out SB 1376 by Senator Hughes and recognizes Mr. Van Dever to explain the bill. Let the record show Mr. Wally's here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Texas Occupation Code currently has a rigid rule requiring code enforcement trainings to work under a fully registered officer, which delays zoning, safety, and sanitation enforcement in smaller towns unable to hire registered officers. Senate Bill 1376 just simply tries to correct that. It allows trainees to operate unsupervised if their employer lacks a registered officer, while preserving supervision where available, removing barriers for under-resourced communities and preventing backlogs like abandoned properties or fire hazards. It allows swift, affordable code enforcement amid Texas' booming population. It's critical for rural Texas, enabling towns to act fast and maintain livability as growth strains municipal services. The trainees are still subject to state licensing standards that are established by TDLR and remain accountable to their employers. It does not lower certification standards, as trainees must still complete the training and pass exams to become registered. Mr. Chairman, I will be happy to try to answer any questions and would like to close.
Any questions for Mr. Van Dever? Seeing none, is there anyone to speak for or against the bill? Seeing none, the Chair recognizes Mr. Van Dever to close on the bill.
I close.
If not objection, SB 1376 will be left pending. Objection, Chair hears none. SB 1376 is left pending. The Chair lays out SB 1346 by Senator Hughes and recognizes Mr. Patterson to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to lay out 1346. In April 2023, an international syndicate effectively purchased the historic Texas lottery jackpot of $95 million. You're all well aware of this. Yes, sir. This bill aims to prohibit the sale of lottery tickets to individuals or groups who are attempting to purchase all possible winning tickets for the drawing, and would allow the Lottery Commission to revoke a sales agent's license if an individual were found to be in violation. This is a bill to ensure Texas Lottery is not influenced by outside organizations or groups trying to cheat the system. With that, I'd be happy to take any questions you have.
Any questions for the author? Mr. Gertis?
Is Ms. T get her money back at any particular point in time in this junction?
Committee amendment.
I'm
That's
just
a
watching
good-
out for you.
That's a good floor amendment.
Yeah.
Any other questions for the author? Is there anyone to speak on, for, or against the bill? Seeing none, the chair recognizes Mr. Patterson to close on the bill.
I close.
If not objection, SB 1346 will be left pending. The objection, chair hears none. SB 1346 left pending. The chair lays out SB 2864 by Senator Creighton, recognizes Mr. Patterson to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, Senate Bill 2864 clarifies how the state regulates the installation of a relatively new type of rooftop solar panel technology known as Building Integrated Photovoltaic, AKA BIPVs. BIPVs are different than traditional solar panels. They act more like a traditional roofing material. If you think of kind of a tongue and groove, kind of wood floor type situation where they kind of snap together, that's on the roof. Currently, some cities have expressed confusion on how to regulate the installation of these types because it is different, with some requiring electricians to be involved with installation and others not. This bill brings clarity around this emerging technology by ensuring roofers are able to install BIPVs without an electrician being present. This would only apply to the installation of the materials and would ensure electricians would need to be present to electrify the units after installation. Be happy to take any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Patterson? Seeing none, is there anyone to speak on, for, or against the bill? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Romero.
So does it require any registration or licensure from the manufacturer, or what's the requirements of the roofer? Just that they know how to install roofing?
That they know how to install it. When the electrician gets there to actually electrify the panels, they'll do all the checking to make sure, but the electrician doesn't have to be present when the roofer's actually putting it up on the house, if that makes sense. So it saves time and money from the electrician not having to be there to do nothing and just watch.
Any other questions for the author? Thank you. Does anyone want to speak on, for, or against the bill? Seeing none, the chair recognizes Mr. Patterson to close on the bill.
I close.
If there's no objection, SB 2864 will be left pending. If objection, chair hears none. SB 2864 is left pending. Mr. Bumgarner, if you are listening, you better get those knees up and start running down here. Because you are about to snooze and lose here.
Which one is the Bumgarner?
Yes, sir. That's SB 2167.
The chair lays out Senate Bill 2075 by Senators Alperini and recognizes Speaker Phelan to explain the bill.
Thank you, Ms. Thompson. Members, SB 2075 relates to the establishment, governance, and standardization of advisory bodies that support TDLR. Currently, TDLR has 32 advisory bodies. They operate under inconsistent statutes that vary in terminology, membership rules, and responsibilities. The bill addresses these inconsistencies by replacing outdated terms like committee and council with advisory board and establishing a uniform framework on how these boards are created and governed. The bill gives the commission clear authority to set board size, qualification, term length, and appoint members. It also standardizes terms of service at 6 years and aligns rules for vacancies, removals, and reimbursements. With that, I'd be happy to answer your questions. Reserve the right to close.
Members, are there any questions for Speaker Phelan? If there are no further questions, is there anyone else wishing to testify on, for, or against Senate Bill 2075? Here done, the chair recognizes Speaker Phelan to close on Senate Bill 2075.
I close, Ms. Thompson. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker Phelan. If there is no objection to Senate Bill 2075 will be left pending.
The chair lays out SB 2167 by Senator Paxton and recognizes Mr. McQueenie to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senate Bill 2167 relates to the licensing of massage therapy. If you move, you've got to get a new license. I'd be happy to try to answer any questions.
All right.
Pretty much all of it.
Any questions for Mr. McQueenie representing Mr. Baumgartner? Seeing none, is there anyone to speak on for or against the bill? Seeing none, the chair recognizes Mr. McQueenie to close on the bill.
I close. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
All right, thank you, members. If there's an objection, SB 2167 will be left pending. If there's objection, chair hears none. SB 2167 is left pending. Remember, that concludes today's agenda. If not any further business the committee to address, if not, the chair moves adjourned. Objection, chair
Mr.
hears none.
Chairman?
Yeah.
Do
Mr.
you
Chair.
realize it took longer for me to walk here than it did to have this hearing?
You know, you could walk faster.
Yeah, that's right. Same great pay. All right. If not objection, committee stands adjourned.
get it.
Thank you, Mr. This bill aims to prohibit the sale of lottery tickets to individuals or groups who are attempting to purchase all possible winning tickets for the drawing, and would allow the lottery commission to revoke a sales agent's license if an individual were found to be in violation. This is a bill to ensure Texas Lottery is not influenced by outside organizations or groups trying to cheat the system. With that, I'd be happy to take any questions you have.
Any questions for the author? Mr. Gertis?
Does Ms. T get her money back at any particular point in time in this junction?
Committee amendment.
I'm
That's
just
a
watching
good-
out for you.
That's a good floor amendment.
Yeah.